Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's pick a card is a loving message from your guides. All right, so we're gonna get some beautiful loving messages for you specifically from a guide or multiple guides that are here to support you, all right? So before we begin, we're just gonna introduce your piles. And we are going to pick our numbers from 1 to 12. All right. So this could be a random number. This could be your birth month, your birthday, could be your life path number. And if you're a master number, you can either have, the number, let's say 2 or 1 or 3, or you could add them together. Or you could just have the last number 12 represent 22. Okay. For example. Otherwise, we're going to get right in, all right? Right into it. I'm going to introduce your piles now. Each pile is going to have 4 numbers, all right? So pile number 1 is the Medieval Feathers Tarot and the Rhodonite. And the numbers for pile number 1 are... So I'm just going to adjust the camera. Okay, sorry about that. Numbers for pile number 1 are 7, 4, 1, and 9. 7, 4, 1, 9 for pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the Cosmic Crossroads Oracle and the Howlite. Okay, and your numbers for pile number 2 are 5, 11, 10, and 6. 5, 11, 10, and 6. Oops. Pile number 3 is the Land of Giants Oracle and the Hematite. There's a little fuzz. Oops. And the Hematite. And your numbers, pile number 3, are 2, 8, 12, and 3. 2, 8, 12, and 3 for pile number 3. All right, I'll give you guys a few moments to meditate on the cards here, on the piles, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading today. This is a loving message from your spirit guides, all right, your spirit team. So we're going to hop right in, all right? Your numbers, if you missed the intro, we pick numbers from 1 to 12 for each pile, all right? And the numbers for pile number 1 are 7, 4, 1, and 9. And you have the Rhodonite here. All right, and we're going to start off with the deck that you were attracted to. Okay, and then we will continue from there. Okay, let's start with these 2 cards. See what they're saying. Knight of Coins, direction, upright. And Seven of Wands in reverse with attentiveness. Okay. Immediately, I'm getting like this feeling. This to me looks like a basketball player, right? With like a basketball balancing on his finger, like getting the hang of it. That's what I'm getting the hang of it. You're getting the hang of something. You've been, I think, putting some attention to detail. And I think you're making progress. I think progress may have felt slow, but I think that's lifting. Okay. I think things are going to start feeling a lot easier, a lot more flowing. Okay, where it doesn't feel so hard and difficult. I think your attention to detail, and I think it's in something physical that you've been trying to create or move toward, get better at. It's been working, and I think you're now getting it's like you're getting the hang of something and you're really getting into it, and your skill set is rising and it's starting to show in a big way. I think you're learning to not stress over things you can't control. I see you just being able to focus on the things that are in your like direct energy and environment, and not like everything else that I have no control over. It's like focusing on what's right here in front of me. It's like being very grounded and practical and moving in a slow but steady direction forward, and only putting my attention on what's right here, what's in my direct vicinity, what's in my power of control at this time. Like, what can I actually handle right now, or what can I actually make a move on right now, or how can I improve this one skill. It's like I'm not going to think 10 steps ahead. I'm going to look at what's here, what's right now, what do I have control or power over, what can I improve on with what I have at this time. So it's almost like grounding something in the physical, grounding our expectations, grounding ourselves as far as, okay, this is what I have, this is what's in front of me. I can move on this. I can figure out a direction with what's here and now, with the resources I have here and now, with, the time and space that I have with me, or that I have around me. That is, it's like, it's becoming more practical and grounded, with what's realistic for me at this time. And that's what's creating this betterment. That's what's creating this confidence, and almost this like getting the hang of something. This is how it works. It's like I'm figuring out how it works, right? Not that I have to struggle, right? This upright would be a struggle, but I'm starting to realize that there's no point in me struggling or trying to take on too much. I have to pay attention to what's here and now, what's right in front of me, and make grounded movements on that going forward. So that's really, really positive. Awesome. So I feel like you're figuring something out, or figuring that part out of it. It's like, that's how I make progress. That's how I move in the right direction. And it's not like, fighting other people for what I want, or trying to get them to see my vision. It's like, I just have to make the moves that I can make or I just have to practice this thing. Okay, so we see change here with 5. Beautiful. So there is big change happening. And individuality. I really feel like the clouds are parting. I think you have kind of figured out, right, certain aspects to how this works, right? How your manifestation works, how you're able to make moves forward, and that's now creating some kind of change. It's like an opening of the clouds. The clouds are parting, the rain is stopping, and the sun's coming out to shine on you. And then we see the rainbow, right? It's like the rainbow at the end of a storm, at the end of a difficulty. And I think, and you're coming out as this like shining light, right? As someone who's shining. There's a spotlight being shone on you. And that's kind of that, I never got that vibe off of the Knight of Pentacles before. That's what I got, like this basketball star, you know, like someone who's dribbling or like spinning a ball on their finger. Like it's impressive, right? It's impressive to see. It's someone who knows what they're doing. It's someone who's, you know, obviously like a star in some way. And so I think your vibe is changing. Your confidence about yourself and about like who you are and the skills that you have is changing. And I think that's shining a big light on you. Like you're really standing out in some kind of arena or in something that you do. It's like you're being seen, and it's because of maybe something you've practiced for so long, or something that you've just been attentive to certain details that were really important that are allowing you now to shift, or to, it's allowing the situation to shift, but it's also allowing, it's like maybe before it was like you were clouded, like there were things, filters or things in front of you that didn't allow people to see you. And it was just maybe not the right timing, or the skills weren't quite there yet. And now I see that totally being removed, and I see a light being shone on you as a person, as, you know, for what it is you do, for the skills that you hold, and you're just like shining as an individual. Really, I think you're being set apart from others in this same arena. Okay. Whereas like more eyes will be on you than anyone else. So we have the card of yearning. And 2 worlds. Yeah, it's like there's something that you really want. This could be 2 things coming together. That's what this card talks about. Like 2 separate worlds of yours. Like we see someone who's like a seamstress or a tailor or something like that. But this card basically talks about 2 things coming together. 2 worlds coming into one. And that could be your world and like your personal world and your career world, or this could be you and somebody else, or this could be you and what it is that you've wanted. Yeah, like 2 worlds colliding, and something that you've been wanting, working for, yearning for, is something, there's new growth happening, and it makes me feel like out of the old, right? It's interesting because it's like this tree is looking like a reindeer, but it's like growing out of an old pot that, like, you know, doesn't look like anything can grow, like an old world. And then there's this new hope, this new growth. And we see the horse movement, right? Movement in something we've been yearning for, we've been wanting, hoping for, wishing for, like at Christmas, like it's a gift, right? Like it's something that we hope and pray for and wish for at Christmas time or on our birthdays or something like that. Or for like, I have these two passions that I do, and I really want to somehow have them come together, right? I think you have some kind of skill or talent or ability that is being seen, and maybe it's like this old world and the new world, and they're coming together and creating some kind of success. I don't know how that works in your story, but it's like maybe, and also this could be, I'm just getting the old world could be moving out. Okay, so maybe something from your past, or maybe even something. Okay, so this reminds me of like the news versus like podcasts, right? Or YouTube. So people used to find their news from like CNN or Fox, or, you know, any one of those things on the TV, right? And now that's kind of being moved out, and not many people watch that anymore. So it's almost like the old world, right? The old pot, the cloud, right? This kind of, there's a moving out of something, and it's almost like you're the new thing. You're this new thing that is now having a light shone on it, that is now going to be able to shine. So it's almost like maybe it is being a part of two worlds, but it could also be one world moving out and a new world moving in. Okay. Yeah. I want to read this one for you. Freedom, journeys, wishing, escaping, liberation. No longer clipped, this you has broken its constraints and is free to grow. The moral here is that freedom has its costs: patience, effort, and sacrifice, to name but some virtues. In this case, the stone earned to resist could be a possessive partner, a pressured yet unrewarding job, or more likely a subtle but strong confinement to a belief or dogma. Remember that unconscious motives are the most powerful of all. Shed light on what chain thoughts shackle your mind, and decide if they are truly needed. Okay, beautiful. So this could be beliefs that, oh, these two worlds couldn't come together. There's no room for me. Maybe there's already someone who's doing this, or maybe, like, I don't know how these could go together and be married together. But I think that's part of your individuality, your specialness, is that you're going to be able to either marry these two things and do it successfully, and that's part of your uniqueness, or there is something moving out, and you can't predict how things or how the weather will be, right, in this arena. And so they're saying that things are moving and shifting, and it is your time to shine, okay? And change is here. You may have felt like you were up against a lot of naysayers, or this could be from people outside of you. This could be from your own beliefs, of people saying like you can't do it, or it's felt like a fight or a struggle, and that struggle is now ending, okay? And I feel like you kept at it. You've been patient with it. You've been showing up day to day to day to work on this thing and to make it happen for yourself. And I think finally you're getting some kind of notoriety, or some kind of light shone on you. So this shift in power or the shift in weather for whatever reason energetically, okay, is basically saying, I think you're going to be on top of something, or you're going to be able to see something from a higher perspective of how you can maybe merge these two worlds, or how you can make your thing happen, let's say on a platform, a certain platform. So it would be your, skill set met with this platform, and these two worlds come together to make some kind of success. Or like, you create something and you bring it to a publisher, you bring it to someone who maybe can market your work for you, right? It's like there's two things either coming together, or there's like something moving out and you moving in. It's something like that. But you're definitely being celebrated for your unique idea, your uniqueness as for who you are, and you're about to step through on a new journey, okay, and take flight, okay? And it's time for you to grow. There's like an old mindset or an old belief or an old way that is dying off. And it's like time, it's your time to shine, okay? It's your time to grow. It's your time to be in the spotlight, or to be in the winner's circle, you could say. The star, that's right. I love it. Harmony and opportunity. It says, that's all right, said the scarecrow. You are quite welcome to take my head off, as long as it will be a better one when you put it on again. Love that. That's the star. Okay, harmony and opportunity. So it's like the stars are literally aligning for you to become a star. And for some, you're going to be an actual star. For others, it's like you are going to be a shining star, shining light in some arena, in some community, in some area in which you've been practicing, you've been honing in your skills, or, creating a talent, or just, doing something and being dedicated towards it. You are finally being seen, okay, for your skill, for your talent, for your ability. You're finally getting recognized, or you're finally getting some kind of opportunity out of maybe many, okay? And the Lovers. It says, during the year I stood there, I had known was the loss. Oh, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. During the year I stood there, I had known was the loss of my heart. While I was in love, I was the happiest man on earth. And it says creative love. Okay, so this is not so much focused on romantic love, but we see someone here making a love of their passion, right? Of creating something, of honing their skills, of mastering a craft. And that's what I see for you. You are shining out of the love of your craft, your dedication to something, you showing up for something every single day and attending to the details and becoming better, becoming more attuned, mastering a craft, mastering your passion or what you love. Maybe that's, yourself and your ability to speak to people. Maybe that's you and your writing skills. Maybe that's you in painting, or maybe you're like a woodworker. Whatever this is, okay, your attention to detail, you showing up for yourself, you not giving up, coming to the table day in and day out and becoming better. Okay, your individuality, your uniqueness in this is about to shine, and your luck is about to change big time, and your success is about to take off. It is your time to now have that growth, have that success, have this shine in this particular thing for what it is you do. And because you have a dedicated and an authentic love for what it is you do. And that's shining through. Okay. Oh my gosh, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Congratulations, Pile 1. You really do deserve it. You've been so dedicated, and yeah. And your love for what it is you do is going to be seen. It's your time. And you've been patient and waiting right? Like, when is it going to be my time? When is it going to show up with the Four of Cups, right? Like, when is it going to happen for me, you know? It's been a long time. I've been really patient and dedicated, and maybe I just haven't quite got that opportunity that I was hoping I'd get, or I haven't been seen or appreciated in the way that I thought I would have by now, you know, or I'm just feeling like discontent with the stage in which I'm at, or like, yeah, the amount of maybe followers I've gotten, or just like I'm just dissatisfied with the level of success or the job that I currently have. And you're about to be seen in a new way by someone who, and look at that, this is the King of Wands. You're about to be seen for your creative ability and your creative mastery. Okay, you're finally going to be seen and appreciated and crowned as maybe a leader in your field, or someone who has huge potential for a certain opportunity, or you're gaining traction as far as being seen and heard and considered as a leader or a higher up in a certain, this certain skill set and the certain creativity that you hold. Okay, that you've been practicing. Yes, Six of Wands. Oh my gosh, you guys are getting recognized. You've been waiting. You've been so patient. You're like, when the hell is this gonna happen? I've been working and working and working. I've been so dedicated. And look, your Six of Wands, that is recognition and reward. Okay, success after the struggle of trying to make it happen for yourself. And finally, the Six of Wands, you are being recognized for your skills, for your talents, for your abilities. You are shining in an arena. You are shining, a shining star. You are a shining light as far as your dedication, your work, the skill that you hold, the amount or the level of skill that you hold is finally going to be, you're either going to blow up, someone's going to see you and it's like, oh my gosh, I have to have you on my team. I have a perfect position for you. And it's like way higher, way more money. Like you're leading some kind of team or group. And it's just like, finally, I'm getting seen, I'm getting recognized for what I do. And it is, okay, it is healing disappointment and feelings of boredom and stagnancy that you have held for a while. Like, just kind of like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to happen for me? Like, why isn't it taking off yet? It's just this feeling of dissatisfaction, sadness, disappointment. Yes, like, just like, damn, you know, finally, you are getting the respect and the recognition that you deserve, and you are coming out of this time of sadness, disappointment, boredom, discontentment, and you are being celebrated, you are being seen, you are being appreciated. There's going to be many eyes on you, looking to you as some kind of leader or some kind of like way shower, okay, in some kind of industry, or your craft is finally getting seen by the right people. It's just picking up traction and more eyes are going to be on you. Okay. But yeah, this is your time to shine. It is your time to come up as a leader. This new journey, this new growth, it's your time to fly, to shine, to be seen, to rise in success. Okay, it is your time to be seen for all that you are, in all of your uniqueness and beauty, and individuality, and just the dedication that you've shown and the love that you've given to something. So congratulations, Pile One. This is something big for you, okay? Your guides just want you to know that this is changing the situation, that you are coming into a time of great success, great notoriety. Hugely, like all eyes are going to be on you in some way or another. All right. And you deserve it. Okay. So congratulations, Pile One. I hope this reading resonated. Please let me know in the comments if it did. And also let me know by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for doing that. It really, really, truly helps. And I very much appreciate it. And if you'd like to have a little more support in your certain situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. All right. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading, pile 1. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is a loving message from your spirit guides. All right. Something they want to tell you about, talk to you about. We're gonna dive right in. All right. Sorry, I might sneeze in a minute. I can feel it. But we'll ignore it for now. All right. Your numbers are 11, 5, 10, and 6. I love that. 11, 5, and we have 10 and 6. That's cool. If you missed the intro, okay, we pick numbers from 1 to 12. Each pile got 4 numbers. So if you want to pick your pile that way, okay, totally up to you. You can go to the intro and do that. Your stone is the howlite. And we're going to start with this deck for you guys today. This is the deck that you chose, or that you were attracted to. Okay. And we're going to start getting your messages. I'm getting big energy, big energy. Exciting energy. Where are we going to land? Where are we going to land? Okay, let's start with these 2. And I'll pull more. We have regret, 33. Okay, and we have beginning with 3. So we have 3, 3, 3. Whoa. Okay. Big energy, big energy. 3, 3, 3. There is something brand new beginning here. And wow, total alignment. You are walking away from your past completely. And so with this card regret comes out, they basically are saying, like, do not hold on to the past in one little bit. You are completely walking away from your past. And they're like, don't have any regrets, because guess why? Because it brought you to where you are now and where you're walking through right now. Okay, we do have the moon imagery here twice, so there might be like a lot of unknowns in this, and I think that's part of the excitement, right? It's like, don't go to the past, don't leave the old stories behind, leave them where they are. Okay, there's nothing to regret, there's nothing to feel sorry about, there's nothing to leave it. It's like, it's almost like the old stories stay here now, and we are beginning on a fresh page, on a completely new adventure, on a completely fresh beginning, okay, of new creation. 333, a completely new manifestation happening, fresh, beautiful energy, something I think you've been manifesting a long time, something that you've been creating. I'm getting like Empress energy with the 3, with the beginning here. Something is coming into birth. I think you are being rebirthed, and this beginning, this creation is also a manifestation of this birth. Okay, wow. I think emotions are going to be overflowing. I think it's going to be overwhelming. I think it's going to be super exciting and super beautiful. And you're just like open to this new path, right? And all that it contains, and all of this new energy, this unknown, but it's good unknown. It's exciting unknown. It's like you're ready to walk through and to leave the past behind. No regrets, no looking back. We're looking forward now. We're looking forward with openness and excitement. Ooh, exciting. Okay, I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm getting this energy that there's been like false starts or like times where you think it's now and then it wasn't now, but this is like actually now. 333. Okay, it's actually happening now. I feel like before there might have been times where the energy was similar, or you thought, oh, okay, this is it's now, and then it didn't happen, and you're like what's going on? You know, when is this ever going to happen? It's happening right now. Okay. Cool. I also apologize if I sound a little funny. I have allergies right now, so I'm like a little bit sneezy and sniffly, so just bear with me. Look at that. Gratitude. And look at the pregnant belly, right? Like we said with the Empress, there's a birth happening. This could be a literal birth, okay, of a child. This could be a birth of a new life, a literal whole new life, or a whole new beginning, or a new relationship. Okay, this is the real deal. Whatever's coming in, you're going to be so grateful. It's going to make your heart explode, okay? Be so full. I think there's just so much beauty that is coming in, and you're going to feel so surrounded. I think your spirit guides want you to feel like you deserve this. Okay, this is for you. This is you. We are showing you how much you deserve, how much love you deserve, how much beauty you deserve, right? This is the crown chakra. This is that like highest form of love and gratitude. The highest vibration is gratitude, right? And you're just going to be surrounded by it. Maybe by new friends, a new environment, right? New love. It's like there's just going to be so much in your world that you feel. And I feel like this feeling of home, right? I finally feel settled, or I finally feel at home. I'm finally like, I feel home. Okay. And then we have impatience. All right. And there's the moon again here. So yeah, again, we kind of spoke on that before, those false starts, right? That's what we felt before, is the kind of trying to pull. This card talks about this person. He's like pulling this ball thing. I forget what it is, but he's trying to pull it down before it's ready, right? Before the sun is ready to be revealed, right? And so there's been all these times where we think we're ready and we think this is it, and we try to pull it down and it's not, right? It's not ready. And so we've definitely had our patience tested. And I think, it's been probably a long journey of, is this it? No, it's not. And so it's like, now it's finally happening. Right. And there was a lot of times where we didn't know if it was going to happen, if it was ready. And so, yeah, they just wanted to have you in the right space and time. They're like, don't regret anything. Nothing was like, everything was meant to happen as it happened. Okay. You just maybe wanted this so bad. And that's why you tried to maybe make something happen that wasn't quite it. Okay, not that it was never meant to happen for you, but it just wasn't the right time, it wasn't the right place, or wasn't in the right environment with the right people. Okay, but now it is truly happening. You are in the right place, you are in the right arena, or with the right people. It's the right environment to now have this true beginning, this true birth. Where everything is right, everything's at home, everything feels safe and secure, and it's like the right people, the right time, the right place, everything's aligned. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, it's finally manifesting in the physical. And you're gonna be so grateful. And so grateful that your impatience, you didn't actually, it didn't happen before. Like, you're not going to feel the regrets of like, oh, it should have happened then. No, you're going to be so grateful that it didn't happen when you wanted it to happen, when you wanted to pull the string down, like out of impatience. You're going to be so grateful that that it waited to this moment in this place, right? Cooperation, beautiful. Yeah, I think you're going to be put in an environment or a community where others are so willing to help you, and you're so excited and willing to help others as well. It's like there's all this working together for a higher cause or a higher purpose. We have rough and ready. I might read some of these because these are new and I don't know, like, I think the messages might be fun to get. And we have honor. Wow. This is very Empress energy to me. Like all the fruits, all these like little creatures around her, like honoring her. You're about to be honored. I think your spirit guides want to honor you so much. And I think to me, this is like that's the slow and steady, right? It's been maybe a rough journey. Maybe these are all your guides like pulling you, like trying to like put a carrot on a stick, like trying to get you to go in a certain direction when you were like, no, it's now. And they're like, no. Like follow the dandelion, follow the carrot. Like we're trying to bring you somewhere specific here, right? Like trust us, please. Like it's not time yet. It's not ready yet. And I just saw 11:11 on the timer. And so, yeah, it's like trying to get your cooperation for sure. But I also think that you're in the beginning now of a time where it's going to feel like true family, true home, like true cooperation where everyone's helping each other, where it just feels right and it feels easy and no one's like, there's not this like competition or like you should be doing this or like you shouldn't do that. It's like we're all working towards the same goal. We're all trying to help each other in a beautiful, harmonious way. Like I'm just getting this beautiful harmony. And I get that your guides now, it's like it is your time to be honored and to shine and to receive. Okay, to receive all of the beauty and all of the gifts and the love that you truly deserve. Okay, because I really feel like this is your energy and you've been cultivating such a beautiful heart space, and it is your time to be honored and feel that love given back to you. We are going to read because why not? Because it's fun and let's get the deepest messages possible. Okay. It says bargaining, due deserts, profiting, fairness, and equality. Shea helps a local cat with a small dental problem. She expects nothing back, not even thanks. There's the temptation to feel slighted because of efforts overlooked. This seems to be a workplace issue or a community one, not a family matter. The cat is just a visitor to Lockhart, not one of its residents, and so should be dealt with more businesslike and less emotionally. You are in the right, but avoid appearing pious or righteous and keep a level head. Okay. Okay, with these two together, I think if you've been doing work, if you have been in a situation where you've been helping out a lot of people without, much in return, or you're not, I really feel like your heart's in the right place and you're trying not to feel like, feeling slighted or whatever, like the card said. But I really feel like you're going to be getting all this energy that you've been putting into helping other people. I think in probably a large or long-term scale, you're going to be getting it back. Okay. There's going to be a time in this new beginning, maybe where you need help, right? Where you need assistance with building something or looking at something, or like having people to come, maybe if you are having a baby, let's say, to like give you a break, cook you a meal, right? There's going to be that. So I think you have been working really hard and helping out a lot of people, but that I really feel like that is going to come back to you, maybe directly by the same people, but also maybe by just life in general, or the energy, or maybe other people. Okay, you are going to be helped in your time of need. I think in this new beginning, you might need assistance, and you will be given that. Okay, you will be helped out. So have no fear. I think, and I think just on top of it, the way that you've been helping people without wanting anything in return, okay, is even extra. You're deserving from your guides. Like they know how much you deserve and how pure your intentions and heart is, and just how much you're going to receive in return because of that fact. Okay. All right. It says goals, urgency, directness, practicality. Early frost threatens Shelley, the aged tortoise, abandoned by the former owners. Lockharters race to get him shelter before the cold arrives. Tactile measures are no longer working, and a more direct, possibly even blunt approach must be adopted if disaster is to be avoided. Yes, this will likely cause upset in the short term, but it's necessary and for the better in the long run. Grab the bull by the horns or the tortoise by the reins and take no, and don't take no for an answer this time. Okay, so this is telling me the same, like your guides have been trying to get you to this point, but I think now is the time to say yes. Now is taking the bull by the horns and getting something done. This might even be in this beginning that like it's time to start acting. It's time to start moving. So there might have been an energy that's felt slow. You might have been working with someone that feels slow, but it's like now it's the time to go. Now is the time for yes. Okay, now is the time. It's not time for this, like maybe things have felt slow moving. It's like, and maybe you're getting used to that energy and you're like, oh, whatever, things will happen. It's like, no, now's the time to go. Go, go, go. You know, like switching up the energy really quick. And then it says bounty, happiness, fulfillment, wholesomeness, and romance. Nyla is the queen of Lockhart, the flesh and blood equivalent to the Green King. The Lockharters bring nature's bounty for her to bless. Lucky you. Nyla, gracing your reading brings nothing but good fortune. If she appears in the context of the past, it suggests that genuine goodness or honesty was a key motivation. We see that. Woo. In the now, she's telling you that love surrounds you even if darkness veils your sight. For the time to come, she promises fulfillment and bounty. Now is the time to have hope. Beautiful. You are being gifted with beautiful good fortune. Okay, you are being blessed beyond belief. You are being given abundance, everything you need, all the good that you've been doing, all the help that you've been sharing, all of the good intentions without, the giving without getting much in return or like expecting anything in return. Okay. And just doing with gratitude, that love is coming back to you. Okay. That all of that beautiful energy is coming back to you, and things are now going to start moving in a big, big way. Okay. I think the energy is going to start moving very quickly now. Getting you to where you need to go. Okay, maybe it is a house or getting something going, getting something started. It's like, it's really time to act. Okay, it's really time to pick up speed. Okay, you are being honored. You are being given good fortune, and all of your help and the gratitude is coming back to you. Okay. Okay, so we have the Hermit in reverse with reclusiveness. And the Devil in reverse with realization. You've had some major realization in a time. It's like you've been in the Hermit period. That's how we kind of see the turtle. The Hermit upright would be the turtle for me. It's that like slow inward in the shell, in isolation, like doing the inner work, taking a look at everything, healing, growing, knowing thyself. And that was kind of learning the patience, right? And now that's being in reverse. So, and with the Devil in reverse, these two together, it's like there was some realization that was made. Okay, maybe you realize, maybe you finally, because if impatience was your lesson to learn, maybe you finally slowed down, and maybe you became the turtle. You accepted the slowness of life, or the pace at which you needed to go, right? Or the pace at which this was. And or there was someone with slow energy here, okay? And you had to slow down, or you had to make a realization. And you kind of, I feel like you had an awakening about patience, or maybe about, you know, that the work that I'm doing, you know, I'm not going to expect anything in return, or I'm not going to feel hard done by if it's not returned right away. I'm just here to be of service, right? There was something there. There was a realization that was made or created that, especially in patience, would be like rooted in fear of it never happening, right? Fear of if it doesn't happen on my time, it won't happen at all. Like the rushing, right? That could be, you know, feeling hard done by if I don't get paid back right away, or, you know, feeling resentment, right? If for the fact that I have to help somebody, or go out of my way to help somebody, or not get, you know, the quick fast return of a favor or something like that. So there were lessons being learned in this time, and now I feel like it's like, so maybe if it was like the slowness, and you finally came down to the slow pace, right? And you let go of the timing, and you let go of the rushing and the impatience. And then it's like all of a sudden now it's like, okay, but now it's time to move. So now you have to like change that energy. You have to, the turtle's got to start coming out and moving, right? So there was some kind of major healing of a darkness, or like a shadow aspect, a fear-based belief, a fear-based conditioning that was looked at, and that was healed. And now it's time for manifestation. Now it's time, okay, it's time for you to be honored. It's time for you to receive what you've matched now vibrationally, okay, which is this beautiful new birth, and all of this, you know, payback coming your way, and all of these beautiful gifts now and help now coming your way. It's like now it's your turn to receive, okay, because you have been giving very generously of yourself and your time. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords with cruelty. Actually, I'm going to put this here because I think Nine of Swords is Virgo energy, and so is the Hermit, right? And so it was something that we had been healing since childhood, or something that was at least triggered, or conditioning that was programmed into us at childhood. Okay, so this could have been something that we've been healing for a long time, a belief that we carried. Maybe it was a selfish belief, or maybe it was like, it was just something that was put upon us that was, unable to be brought through, that needed to be looked at and healed. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords with Science. We have the Page, the Page of Swords with the Activist. We have the Universe. This is the World card. Beautiful. I love that it comes right under the Nine of Swords, the cruelty. Perfect. Gives us everything we need to know. We have these Seven of Wands with Valor. And we have the Five of Cups with Disappointment. So, and I especially love that the world is center of your reading here. I really feel like you didn't sit down and accept some kind of like half-assed fate. That's what I want to say. I was trying to find a better word, but I couldn't. I feel like something in your life, in your past, maybe directly related to something that happened in your childhood, left some kind of huge disappointment or huge hole in your heart, in your emotional body, right? This reminds me of, like, you know, almost every family has like an old china cabinet, or a cabinet that like holds, like, you know, memories or something like that. And we see the flowers, the vase has been broken. Something was broken maybe in your own past, but you did not allow that fate to play out in your life. You said, I'm going to look at this, I'm going to heal this, I'm going to glue my own pieces back together. I'm standing up for what I believe is right, or what I believe I want my life to look like, right? It's like, I'm not sitting down and taking no for an answer, right? I'm not just going to sit down and let this play out again in my life or happen to me. I'm going to make my life something beautiful, and I'm going to do beautiful things for other people. I'm not going to just repeat the patterns or the conditioning of the past or what had been done to me, which is a super, super beautiful thing. And so you looked at, okay, how can I do this almost pragmatically, right? With the Page of Swords and the Six of Swords. It's like, how can I make this work? It's almost like you found your right recipe and you did not sit down until it was done. Like, I'm not resting until I have my head and heart in coherence, in balance, until, you know, I'm awakened, until I solve all of my patterns, all of the subconscious, you know, blockages that are going to keep me from this beautiful existence, or from this beautiful life, right? And so you worked at it, you looked at what's here. Okay, now how can I change this, or how can I change this pattern within me? And you did it, right? You did it. How can I communicate better? How can I change this thought, because this thought is still in a lower frequency, or still believing these certain things, right? And so you kept looking and looking. The science, right, of the thought and the heart and the mind, right? And how can I move myself forward? It's almost like those manifestation methods, like the science behind moving myself and healing myself, right? And I didn't say no. I never took no for an answer. I always kept moving. I always did what was right for me and those around me, because I can't accept this, right? And I won't perpetuate that. And you've done it. You've done it with the universe. Okay, you have reached this beautiful pinnacle of enlightenment. You are rising, okay, into a new world, into a new reality that is now beginning with the 333, that is now manifesting. It's like you have beat the level. Okay, if it's like a video game, right? You have come to the end of the world, and now you are entering a new level of experience. And that's why it feels like unknown, because you're like, I don't know what to expect. But this is not going to be part of that. This is not going to be involved in this new world, on this new level. You have now reached and gone beyond it. So this is not a reality in this. You are now creating it with gratitude, with community and involved, and with giving without expecting to receive, right? And because of that, and because that's what you've been able to do, genuinely, right? You are being honored in the highest way, and you are being leveled up. You are being given and gifted a beautiful, beautiful beginning, a beautiful life, being honored in the highest way by the universe. Okay, it is your time. It is your time to live in more luxury, because I'm seeing gold and green. And that's like emerald, gold, right? It's very high quality. It's very luxurious. And so your life is becoming a lot more luxurious and beautiful, and just more helpful between people, more love, more genuine togetherness. Okay. And we are leaving these broken promises, these disappointments and cruelty in the past where it belongs. And that's why we're not going to regret anything, because it brought us here. We're not going to live in the past anymore, because that was then, and that was needed for then to bring me here. And I'm grateful for it, but I'm leaving it where it is. And now I'm entering this new space where this isn't there. Right? This has no place there. And so I'm just open to this beginning. I'm open to the unknown, and I'm opening to this beautiful, loving existence that I'm walking into. Oh my goodness, pile 2. Oh my gosh, beautiful. This is wonderful. You're truly having that Kundalini awakening, that enlightening moment where it's like, oh my gosh, all of that was to bring me here. I'm home, I did it. You know, and it's like, wow, now you get to live in this beautiful, loving place within you, within life. It's beautiful. Wow. I am truly impressed. Truly, truly impressed. So as you take that last step off of this platform, which is the past, leave it there. You're not taking it with you. It has no space. Okay. You are being crowned. You are being honored, and leave the past where it belongs. Leave the disappointments where they belong. They really, truly are not coming with you. All right. Thank you so much for coming to reading today. I love this energy. It's magical. So thank you so much. And let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Also, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for all of your support. It means the world to me. So I appreciate all and each and every one of you. Thank you. And if you'd like a little more support in your own personal situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading, pile 2. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is a loving message from your spirit guides. All right. So we're going to get right into it today. See what they want to talk to you about, tell you about, express to you. Your numbers are 2, 8, 12, and 3. If you missed the intro, we pick random numbers from 1 to 12 for each pile. So if you wish to pick your pile that way, you can do that. You have the hematite. And your first deck we're going to be using in your reading is the Land of Giants Oracle. Okay. Okay, so you have barriers. Interesting. I feel like there's another one in here for you. So it's like this being, but he's surrounded by barbed wire. And we have Dream Tree. I want to read barriers because I haven't got that card. So let's just get the message out of that and see. It says determination, disregard, boldness, exploration. Oak Fairy Kirkus has no regard for the estate's barriers or their meaning. Most barriers we encounter are merely props to tell our mind no. A determined person could climb a fence or even negotiate barbed wire. But the knowledge that we shouldn't proves a more substantial challenge than the actual physical obstacle. A mental no entry sign is keeping a strategy off limits to you, and the time has come to decide whether this is a genuine warning or just groundless fear. Are you willing to break the rules, and is the goal worth it? Ooh, I like that. This, I feel like, is a major barrier. You could say we all face and we all have to overcome at some point. Like, is this an actual no? Or is this a challenge for me to face, right? Is this simply a fear of my own mind creating a barrier that isn't actually there? Or is this telling me, no, I shouldn't go in this direction, right? It's a tough challenge that we all have to face. It's like a discerning moment. So there might be something here with, maybe it's in a relationship, right? Maybe it's in a new beginning, a dream that's beginning. Maybe you've been seeing certain signs, or maybe it's been reflected back to you through a person or relationship, and there's been maybe red flags, you could say, or certain things that kind of trigger you. And you're trying to decide if this energy is saying no about this person, or is this something within me that they are simply triggering, that is something I need to heal, right? A fear that is now being revealed to me that I need to simply heal or overcome. Is it a barrier or a challenge for me to overcome? And maybe it's not a no to this person or to this dream or to this creation or wish. Maybe it is simply triggering something in me to be looked at, essentially. So let's take a look at the truth of this barrier. Is it truly a no entry? And also, what do I think? What am I getting the feeling? Is that it is something being triggered within you. Okay, we're going to take a deeper look, but this card also talks about, you know, there is a dream being created, but it takes two, right? It's taking these two people, and maybe it's not a relationship, but it's like two energies, right? And kind of that this is two people involved, or two energies involved in creating this dream. And so we're going to have to compromise certain things, right? Because we can't all have it our way all the time, right? Especially when other people are involved. So this is talking about sometimes you're going to have to lay down a desire that you have for someone else, and vice versa. They're going to have to do the same for you, because working in cooperation with somebody else, that's the name of the game, especially in love or in a relationship or in a business partnership. It's like, if you're just so hell-bent on having your way or the highway, right, that's not going to work in any relationship at all, right? So there might be something being triggered within you about this relationship or about this situation via what's reflecting back to you. And so, yeah, you're just being like, okay, is this a no? Is this something I should be warned off of or like run away from? Or is this something I'm meant to overcome within myself? Okay. Adventure. Nice. 555 on the timer. There is a completely new beginning, a new dream, a new adventure happening. 555, big change. Okay. And I think that's this last barrier is like, are you going to accept this adventure? Are you going to accept that I'm going to have to change, right? In order to have this dream, right? There are changes that I need to make in order to allow this, in order to go in this new direction. All right. And then we have 9 with confusion, and that's causing confusion, right? I'm confused. Is this a no? Or is this something I should continue on? And guess what I think? Adventure. It's time to continue on. It's time to face the challenge, right? It's like you're on this adventure, and because I see mountains in both of these, you face this big rock wall, and you're like, okay, is this telling me to turn back? Is this a no? Or is this a challenge for me to now start climbing this wall, right? And that's what it's basically asking. This is not a no. This is a challenge for you to face. This is a challenge for you to look within yourself and say, okay, there's a seeming barrier here. How do I overcome this? How can I honestly look at myself in this certain situation? Because maybe they're asking me to do something that's challenging to me, or they're expressing something that brings up a certain fear or a certain insecurity within me. So how can I look at that? How can I face that? To overcome it, right? Maybe this certain situation or person is triggering something that indeed needs to be healed or needs to be taken on and faced. Okay. Okay. I think there's more in here. Yeah. Truth. Truth. Just truth alone. And then look, beginning. There's a new beginning. Play. Love it. There's a new beginning. It's asking you to play. There's a truth in this situation that is being revealed about you, about life, about relationship perhaps, or about a dream. There is a truth being said. There's a truth being revealed. Okay, maybe it's time to speak a truth. Maybe someone spoke a truth with you and you're like, whoa, right? But that does not mean it's no. That means there's truth to be revealed here. There is a truth being said. There is, it's almost reminding me of like judgment truth. Like this is an awakening moment. This is a challenge. You either continue on and you get to have this beautiful new beginning and you get to start this adventure in a real way, or you turn back and you're like, I'm not ready to face this yet, right? But I would suggest, okay, and I think your guides are suggesting you face this truth, okay? And we see the tiger. The tiger is a symbol of strength. Having the strength to face maybe an uncomfortable truth, right? A difficult truth about ourselves, about our own behavior, about our own beliefs, about a fear, right? A fear of maybe commitment, a fear of getting hurt, you know, the fear of if I commit to this or if I go down this road, there's a very real possibility that they could hurt me. They could leave me. This thing could fail, right? That's a truth. That's a difficult truth. That's a difficult, you know, thing to face, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? But that just means there's something in you that is being shown, that is being expressed. There is a fear to overcome, a challenge to overcome, okay? All right, so we have the Page of Swords, and again with the mountains, right? There is a challenge to take on. There's something that's challenging your strength. There's a new beginning, a new adventure. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah, maybe for some, this dream or this new adventure is like having a child with somebody, and you're like, this is big, right? But it's triggering. But there's something triggering from some kind of past, okay? Like an inner child. What's happening here, it's triggering something from the past, a hurt or a fear that happened maybe when you were a child. And maybe it is around having children, maybe not, right? But it's triggering your inner child. But if you can face this fear, face this truth, okay, face this new adventure with honesty and openness and with courage, you're going to heal such a big part of yourself. It's huge. This is like something so key in order for you to have, you know, happiness. And you're going to enjoy this so much. This is going to make you extremely happy, right? Look at the bottom of this deck. Beginning and play. This is the beginning to something really fun, playful, beautiful, adventurous, exciting, right? They're asking you to begin with an open heart, that there truly isn't a real barrier. It's a barrier of the mind, barrier of belief, right? Of fear. And there is a huge awakening moment if you can face this. Okay, a really big healing moment for your inner child. That's going to make them feel safer and more secure, and you're going to open up to something, to a real dream, to a real adventure, to something beautiful that's beginning. It just doesn't feel extremely safe because it's triggering something from maybe the past, right? Something that maybe hurt you before. But it's going to be so healing for you if you can take this on. Okay, if you can say yes, if you can follow through. All right. If you can take a chance, take a risk, right? An adventure is always a risk because you don't know where it leads. But we see the double rainbow. We see the rainbow here. There is more light to experience through this new pathway or this new doorway, this dream that is opening itself to you, that is inviting you to take a risk on it. The Lovers. I love that this came up, okay, especially with this dream tree, because it perfectly represents that card as well, okay? It is two different people, right? Two different sides, two different perspectives, right? It's saying that, yes, you might be very different, or these might be two very different worlds, or two very different energies, perhaps, right? And that's why it might be challenging to be like, well, you know, I don't know what the outcome of this will be. But this is saying, you know, you each have a very different perspective, but that doesn't mean there can't be harmony, right? There is harmony that can be created here. And we just have to play to each other's strengths. And I have a lot to learn from you, and you have a lot to learn from me. Like, you can learn color from me, and I can learn order and logic from you, right? You can learn maybe a little more creativity from me, and I can learn more pragmatism or order and direction, right? So it's like there's these two energies that are, yes, different, but also very complementary, and that sometimes I have to let you take the lead, and then other times they're going to yield to you to allow you to do your thing, right? So there's a give and a take, right? Yes, I'll put down my paintbrush for a moment and you can do your thing on that. Like, you have to sometimes compromise if we're going to do this in a harmonious way, because it is meant to be harmonious, right? And it's possible to have it be harmonious, right? We just can't always have our way or the highway, or if, you know, something gets triggered, it doesn't always mean that they're bad or wrong. It might mean that, you know, it might be something within me that needs looked at, okay? And so we have to have that, like, honesty with ourselves. And yes, the Hierophant, and that is exactly what the Hierophant is about, okay? It's having that higher wisdom, that to remain, you know, harmonious within ourselves and within other people, and like knowing that we're part, that it's not just me in this world, or it's not just me in this family or in this relationship or in this business or in this community, that, you know, I'm just one energy here, right? And so there's like this wisdom and this awakening to a higher truth that is being awakened within us, right? There is a change within us that is occurring through this challenge. And so life is asking, and your guides are asking you to step up and deepen your wisdom through this experience, to accept this challenge, and to open yourself to maybe this other, maybe different thing that feels uncomfortable, feels challenging. It is not a barrier, but it is simply it's something that you can jump over. It's something that's going to test your skills or your ability or your heart, right? your mind in some way. It's here to challenge you to step up and to level up, okay? It is for your soul's growth. And we have the Seven of Swords. And your mind, okay, it's playing tricks on you because it's triggering. Seven of Swords. It's triggering maybe something from my past. I'm afraid of getting tricked. I'm afraid that this is going to hurt me, or this is going to stab me in the back, or this is going to, basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's going to be my downfall in some way, right? But that's actually not the truth. The truth is that this is leading to more harmony, more love, perhaps, more alignment within myself, okay? Me and my higher self, me and my inner child coming to the same table, right? Enlightening, deepening my wisdom, deepening my intuition, deepening my connection with self, with spirit, with God, with source, okay? I also just want to mention, we have Gemini, Taurus, and then we have a 7. So that's telling me like May, June, July. So this could be happening currently. This could be happening throughout like May, June, July. It could be a very key moment where you might be challenged in this way to kind of step up and to keep moving forward, challenging yourself, okay, as far as this dream or this connection or whatever this is, this new adventure that's you're now entering or stepping upon. Okay, and this is, I think, a very major moment in your soul's growth. Okay, and so, yeah, be open to challenging your thoughts, your beliefs, your fears. Especially if you've been hurt in the past, okay? This is saying this is not the same thing. Whatever this reflection is to help you see yourself better and to help you overcome the certain tricky thoughts, the paranoid thoughts, the past, difficulties that I've been through. This is here to help me heal those things. Okay. Yeah, there's a very big teaching moment. A very big movement into a deeper and higher alignment within self. Death endings. Eight of Swords, defense. That's just like the barriers card. It's definitely the Eight of Swords, right? It's like a mental blockage. It's just a belief, thoughts. The Courant, self-embodiment. Beautiful. Okay, this is an extra card in this deck. It is after the World card, so it's an even, it's the highest number. It's the highest card you can receive. And the Seven of Wands with struggle. So you're struggling with something. You're feeling defensive, right? You're feeling like there's some kind of barrier, but it is merely a barrier within your mind. Okay, and you're feeling like you have to defend yourself against this certain situation or person because it's challenging you. And it's here to challenge you for your betterment, for your soul's growth, so that you can come into full balance and acceptance of self in its entirety. It's here for your ultimate enlightenment, ultimate growth. Okay, your embodiment of the highest form of self, accepting every single aspect of self. And so there is a major transformation occurring within you, within your life, and your way through that is to face this struggle and this blockage or limitation or barrier, okay? And to face it head on and say, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to, I'm kind of going to put my defenses down, and I'm going to face this new beginning or this challenge, this adventure, and I'm going to see what's there for me, right? For me, for my own self-embodiment, for my own self-growth. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to challenge the fears or the limitations that I believe are there, which I think you're going to see something, face something within yourself that reveals a part of you that you didn't know was there. Okay, and it's like more and more gets to fall away, so that more of you gets to be revealed and shine. And you're like, wow, I didn't know I had the strength to do that. I didn't know that I had the strength to forgive that, or to trust again, or to make this huge move, right, in this unknown area, to take on this big challenge that's ahead of me. I didn't know I had the courage to do that. And so with you challenging and overcoming these seeming barriers, you're revealing more about yourself that is more of you to love. And it is here to transform you, to change you, to create you, to more just die off parts of you that are not truly you, so that more of you can be revealed to you. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Perseverance, that's it. 24/24 on the timer. And balance. They're like, do not give up. Don't give up on this. Don't walk away from this. You are so close to some major awakening, and there's balance coming in. They're like, trust me, we know it's been hard. We know you've struggled up to this point, but we promise there is balance. There is an awakening. There is a healing happening. And you're like, I've had it, honestly. This has been hard. This has been challenging. They're like, this is not something to say no. This is not something to stop you and make you give up or turn back. Please keep going. Please face this challenge ahead of you. We promise balance is on the other side. We promise there's going to be an enlightening moment, an awakening, a healing, okay, a releasing, a new page, a new adventure, a beautiful and more playful and lighter time after this. There is a dream being created, but this is a big dream, and that means it's going to be, it's been challenging, right? But it's because it's so beautiful on the other end. So please stick with us, stick with it. You're so close, okay? You're seriously right there. It might be just literally at the end of July or in that month. Okay. You're so close. Okay. So please stick with this. Challenge yourself. This might be the last challenge or the last major challenge that you're going to have to face. And then after that, you're like, whew. Oh, that was a big one, right? That was a big lesson, but you feel yourself level up because of it, right? You see more of who you are. You come into a more easier time within this connection, within this thing that you've been trying to make. It's like, man, yeah, it was worth it. It was hard, but it was worth it. Okay. All right. I'm going to get you guys one last message before we go. There is an ending of this old situation, of an old self. You are having an ego death. There is something about maybe this relationship or this dream that is ending. The struggle is ending. Okay. This situation is transforming. I love this. Okay. So I don't even know what to cover here. We have the Princess of Berries, courtship, love, romance, relationship. Okay, so it's definitely, for some, this is going to be a romance. or a relationship of some kind, but this could also be your relationship to self or to something that you really care about, that you've been really, you know, trying to make work. And then we have the Ace of Berries, harmony amongst all living things, happiness and joy. Look at that. I love this last message. Spirit is here to say you are walking into a much more harmonious, loving, abundant, easeful time in this thing. Okay, in this relationship or in this energy or in this dream that you've been trying to make happen. Face the challenge, because there's a beautiful new beginning of more love, of more ease, of more harmony that you are walking into, that's just needing that extra. You just need to face this challenge. It's like, it reminds me of a horse in a pasture. It's eaten up all the hay. It's hungry. It's you know, it's tired. There's one last fence. And if it can jump over this last fence, it's got this huge green pasture of the best of flowers. And there's an apple tree. It's like you just have to face this last challenge, this last barrier. If once you can make it over that, once you can stay determined and persevere, okay, balance comes in, harmony comes in, a new beginning, a new pasture, more love, more togetherness. We could become closer with the thing that we love, or we come closer to the dream. Okay, we get the prize, we get the fruit. All right. Pile number 3, that was your reading today. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading it was. I love this energy so much, and I totally feel for you. Okay. But as someone who's been through things like this before, it's so worth it on the other end. There is a juicy outcome here that you're just gonna love, and it's not, you're really coming out of the hardest part of this, okay, and into a much easier time. All right, so thank you so much for coming to your reading today. Please let me know in the comments if this reading resonated with you or is helpful to you. Also let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you so very much for doing that. Your support means so much to me. I really, truly appreciate it. And if you would like a little extra support, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Pile 3, all of my love.